Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Phi and this is Money Philosophy. Thank you for coming back for another day of Tesla analysis. Today we will be primarily looking at charts and figure out what the short-term price targets for Tesla now that it has a continued breakout today. At the time of this recording, we still have about 10 more minutes left in the trading day. Tesla is trading at around $793 area and I am incredibly excited to see the breakout materialize in the way that I expected. And let's take a look at chart on both the smaller time frame and bigger time frame to see whether or not the bull run can continue into tomorrow and beyond. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I am a growth stock investor and a trader, and I'd love to share with you my investing and trading journeys. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So before we get into technical analysis, let's take a look at the news recently about Tesla FSD beta button. I'm selecting CNBC for this article for a reason, because usually the mainstream media is very negative against Tesla, and CNBC is one of them. So right off the bat with this title, you can already tell there is a negative connotation. It says Tesla drivers can now request full self-driving beta with the press of a button despite safety concerns. So when I read this, it seems like Tesla is being careless in handing out FSD like candies for all of the drivers out there, regardless of driving behaviors, despite the fact that it has NHTSA investigations along the way. That is not the case at all. It is called beta for a reason, and even with FSD, drivers are required to pay utmost attention on the road and have the ability to take over driving at any point in time. So I do think that Tesla is trying its best to give drivers the ability to test full self-driving. In exchange, it will get data, and I think that the software is stabilized enough that it could roll out on a little bit of a wider population instead of just a small subset of drivers. I don't yet own a Tesla, but if I do own a Tesla and I am selected to participate in this FSD beta program, it is my duty and responsibility to be utmost careful, because I know this is a beta version. It is my conscious decision to choose it, right? If I choose it. So I think that the news media shouldn't really portray Tesla in too negative manner, but it is not a surprising thing to me, however. On the flip side, to be fair, I think that having the ability to access full self-driving, assuming the drivers would pass the 30-day observation period by Tesla, it could open for a floodgate of driver who really change their driving behaviors to test the system, and then once they have FSD, they could abuse it inadvertently, right? And they could cause accident on driver's fault. So it is sort of opening a Pandora box at this point, I think. But in order to acquire more data with more sample population of drivers, Tesla has to release it to a wider public, which it is doing right now. On the regulatory side, I know that for the most part, states are still very much against complete autonomy or full self-driving. It is just a matter of time before we get to the next level where the state could understand a little bit better on FSD and autopilot. But for right now, the vast majority of the states out there are still against full self-driving. So first, let's look at the daily chart. Here is the daily candle right here. It is clearly broken out of the upper end of my bull flag. It touched 793.94, which is my previous resistance here, which also happens to be the pivot area. We will take a look at that when we look at the lower time frame. Yesterday, I drew a weekly bull flag. Right now, it's a daily chart, so it's a little bit messy here, but the price target for that weekly bull flag, the first price target would be 876, and Tesla has reached the first resistance at 793. So it seems like there's another $80 to go. Let's move on to the hourly chart here. On the hourly chart, we can see that Tesla reached the upper pivot point that I pointed out yesterday, hovering around that area for the last 4 hours. It has not rejected, however, and we still have another 8 minutes to go. So if it does not reject 793 resistance, that is also good news for the bulls. For the trading range tomorrow, we are looking at, on the upper end, 816. The middle pivot point would be 787, and the bottom pivot point would be 774. Keep in mind that my next price target above this pivot point would be 824. So whether or not Tesla could reach there tomorrow depends on volume. Today, the volume is very good. It is at 148%. Recall that on Friday, it was over 120%, and today it's over 140%. So that is also very good news. It seems that both retail investors and institutional investors are buying Tesla like crazy. This is not only good news for the bulls, but also shows that there's wide spread acceptance of Tesla, at least for the moment, into Q3 delivery result. I also think there's a little bit of FOMO among the various traders and investors, where they think that Tesla will have a great quarter, which I do believe that's the case. But if they do not get into the price action now, they might be missing out. Once Q3 quarterly result comes out, that is 3 quarters out of 4 quarters of the year. The picture of whether Tesla could get to close to 1 million vehicles delivered in 2021 becomes more apparent. I think at this point, that is not even a question. Right now, it's just a matter of capacity constraint. If Tesla has its way, it probably could easily surpass 1 million vehicles delivered. But for right now, a lot still ahead of us, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll definitely make a video on Q3 projection on a number of vehicles delivered, and I think that number could be fantastic. Back to chart analysis here. The breakout has been 2 days in a row. RSI did reach overbought territory this morning. So it makes sense that it's retracing a little bit, but just a little bit though. If Tesla ends the day above 790, I think that's still pretty good. And I'm hoping for Tesla to consolidate tomorrow to gear up for another run on Wednesday. Let's go back to the daily chart to understand tomorrow's price action. So for today, this is also a bullish engulfing candle, and if Tesla retraces back up to half of that candle, so up to about 784, 785 tomorrow, that is still very bullish. If Tesla retraces completely by reversing today's price action, that is cause for concern. That is definitely a failed rocket launch if you're looking at 2 days worth of candle. But if Tesla just retrace about half of this candle, that is still good news. I'm planning for the downside only because I think when RSI reach overbought like this, it is definitely retracing a little bit, but that does not mean that Tesla's bull run is not healthy. So for right now, I'm looking at another call option if Tesla does fall around 784, but it should not fall below that for the bull case to be viable. Going to the weekly chart here, it does look like the bull run still intact, and the bull flag is still here. The breakout happened today. There is a few more resistance, 2 more resistance actually, at 824 and 853 before Tesla could hit its first price target. So we will have to stay tuned and see what it will do. 900 is a all-time high for Tesla. I am super excited to see it gets back there. When it does hover around 875 and 900, that is a point of concern for me, because that could go both ways. Tesla could make a second top and effectively a double top and then fall down hard, or Tesla could spike through it and make a new all-time high. Eventually Tesla will retrace, but for now we are enjoying the bull run, and let's see how long this can last. I definitely think that it could last until Friday at least, when Q3 delivery result comes out. I will make a video later this week to show my projection of Tesla Q3 delivery results, and I hope that you will be subscribing to my channel and look out for that video. I look forward to all of your feedback. I think that Q3 delivery result will be outstanding for Tesla. Right now, everybody that I know of that is ordering a Tesla has an ETA of between December and March of next year. So nobody that I know of has anything that I can take delivery within 30 days or so. So that is very encouraging. I myself ordered a Tesla Model Y that will be delivered in January. So I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on that. So this is it for this video. Thank you very much for paying attention thus far. I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the channel, as well as giving me comments and constructive feedback down in the comment section. That means a lot to me, and I know that I have a lot to work on, both audio and video quality, in order to catch a wider audience. But I'm so happy that you enjoy my content. The channel started out with me sharing my thoughts on Tesla and a few other stocks with my friends, but it has gotten to a point where I could never imagine. So I appreciate you guys very much. Please come back for more analysis this week, and until then, bye.